Hey there, folks. I'm Isaac, and I'm Dovahkiin.
And I'm Claire, and I love Kirby.
And this is Make That Game,
where we pitch the latest,
the greatest
new video game ideas
that won't ever get made. That's right, folks. We just pitch them, then we ditch them, then you pick them up and do something with them, and I don't ever let Claire talk.
What? No, you do.
No, I just you started like 3 times during my whole thing, and I just kept steamrolling you.
Yeah, I was gonna say that they haven't been made yet.
No, well, that's right. We actually shouldn't say won't ever get made.
Aren't
we should
made.
Just say aren't yet. We'll work on it. We'll workshop it. But yeah, all right. In case you're new here, what we do here is that we pitch video game ideas together. To each other, rather. We usually have a theme. We've been doing a theme this year.
And they're new. That I don't know what game Isaac's going to pick. He doesn't know what game I'm going to pick.
Correct.
So.
We have not talked about these beforehand. Right. So this week's theme is Royal. So we're going to be pitching games somehow involved in that theme.
Yeah.
Maybe loosey-goosey, maybe exactly what you're expecting. And I'm going to ask Claire, please pitch your Royal game idea.
Before we do that, I just wanted to say sorry we've been gone for 2 weeks.
Oh, well, if you acknowledge it.
Well, I think it's nice. I think it's nice to say to
No, I just wanted to gaslight everyone into thinking that we never stopped.
No, I just want them to know that we do intend to release a episode a week.
That's true.
And
we intend. Every once in a while, life catches up with you. An episode a week is a hard... Wow, I hope people heard that.
Yeah, Lewis agreed real hard with what Isaac was saying right there. Lewis is the cat.
He meowed. But, yeah, we always intend to.
Yeah.
And sometimes we miss it.
Unless we do a hiatus in, the winter. But this was a summer hiatus, I guess.
Yeah.
Summer podcast done slow. Anyway...
I mean, we can blame GDQ for not recording last week. We'll talk about that. But first of all, let's get to the first segment. Let's pitch games to each other. Your Royal game, Claire.
Okay, so I had a lot of time to think about this, and I still feel like it comes up short, so you're going to have to maybe help me expand it.
I mean, you haven't heard mine yet, so...
That's true. So basically...
you're setting the standard, so you can't come up short.
What I came up with is, royal icing is...
Oh my God.
What?
You stretched that.
Did I? It's the same word.
I just threw a ball for the cat and it bumped him in the nose.
Right in the nose, and he didn't even try to get it.
No.
He just stood there watching it hit him in the nose. It's a very soft ball, so he's fine, but it was funny, and I had to laugh. Okay, so royal icing is a type of icing that is very, very firm. And you usually use it for construction. So you'd use it on cookies because that cookie icing is really hard. But it's most known for gingerbread house mortar, basically.
That's what royal icing is.
That holds things together.
Okay.
So my idea was kind of like Barbie fashion show, but gingerbread houses.
Is Barbie fashion show the one where you literally just pick an outfit and nothing changes no matter what you pick?
You're thinking of the speed run we watched? Oh, no, it wasn't a speed run technically, but a demo, I guess.
Yeah, a showcase.
Yeah, really. No, it's a little. So I've talked about it on the show before a long time ago. It was a game I've played. It's one of those games that haunt me. I think it's the third game that haunts me, because it's a game. I should make a list of games that haunt me.
Yeah,
but
please do.
It's a game that I played as a kid and that I couldn't get fully either through or didn't fully satisfy what I wanted. Because it wasn't mine. So I couldn't play it exactly the way I wanted. But it's similar to that, but it is you do a little more design. You get to pick basically they'd give you a theme, like a fashion show theme, and you design a show, so multiple looks based on that theme, kind of like our podcast, and then the show happens it does, and then that's it. So there is no huge thing, but it's a progression. It's cute. So my idea was that you'd have themed gingerbread houses, and also to really work royal to it, to be a little more specific, make it so you had collecting ingredients would be a phase of it.
Oh.
And mixing your icing is like a thing. Like you can get like different ingredients to make it like stronger, softer, fluffier, like, you know, for different things. Like
can you
fluffy snow icing. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So, okay. I knew that like if you did different ratios,
yeah,
you would get different properties, but I wasn't sure if there was like a precedent in real life for like doing it that way.
Yeah, so when you make buttercream, there's actually like 3 official like textures of it, basically made by adding more or less sugar.
Okay.
And one is for like icing, like the crumb coat, which is the first layer of icing. One is for like the second layer of icing, and one is for decor, which needs to be a lot stiffer. So
interesting. I actually didn't know that. But is there any such thing as like adding a new ingredient to giving it different properties?
So not really.
Like, I'm adding lemon juice, not for flavor, but because
I would not recommend that. But no, not that I know of. Now I've only taken one cake decorating class at Michael's. That's my expertise. So.
Oh, okay.
And I watch a lot of TikToks about cake, but that's it.
Oh, okay. So, no, that is expertise.
Yeah, but
more so than anyone I've ever heard of.
I will say the Michael's class was very good and very detailed. Like, I remember so many things.
Recommended.
Yeah. I don't know if they still run it. That was a long time ago, but it was very good. But it's a video game, right? So it doesn't, you know, like you can add like snowflakes to your icing to make fluffy snow icing. Like it's a video game.
Yeah.
So there's a precedent. Okay. So I guess what I'm saying is there's a precedent for changing the icing. I'm going to use video game logic to make it more fun. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So like there's like a resource gathering part and then like a build part. And
when you say resource gathering, like in the wilderness, or is it going to be more like a shopping menu that you make decisions on?
Can it be both? So here's the thing. I kind of also imagine it to be like an MMO.
An MMO, like massively multiplayer, like.
Maybe not MMO. Maybe MMO is not the wrong word, but that you're like judging and seeing other people's designs, and you can like trade ingredients with others. So like you could theoretically set up your own little ingredient shop, and you can like go forage and like sell and trade and buy other people's ingredients.
Okay.
And, like,
wow. Okay.
A little icing economy.
This is kind of an MMO. Yeah. All right. An icing economy. Holy crap. For gingerbread houses. Do you live in the gingerbread houses?
No.
Can you?
Maybe.
Can building and customizing your home be the same engine?
I don't think so. I don't want that because I don't want another like sim, like house sim. Like I feel like house sims are everywhere.
What if it's just purely decorative? You build a gingerbread storefront.
So it's like a gingerbread doll, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Which is what a gingerbread house is, basically.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to back off.
Okay. But yeah, that's my game.
Cool. Did I have a name?
No.
Oh, well, I cannot give you any money for this pitch.
I mean, I think, okay, I'll name it Royal Icing Road.
That sounds like a racing game.
Okay, fine. Royal Icing Market Shop place.
Okay. Oh, their place. Adding the place at the end. The piece de resistance.
Yeah.
The fascinator.
The place de resistance, if you will.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Now it's your turn. What is your royal game?
Yep. All right. So, my idea. And stop me if you've heard this one. All right.
Oh, good. Okay.
You are either a long forgotten relative, or I haven't decided. You're either a long forgotten relative or marry into a royal family at the lowest rung.
Okay. I see where
and
this
you
is
must
going, I think.
scheme and kill your way to the top.
Oh, murder.
Of the entire royal family tree.
Murder.
Yes, one could say that that you could be a gentleman.
Okay,
and you could be guiding.
Okay.
No.
Because I was about to say, I feel like I've seen a musical about this.
No, you
And then
have.
I was wondering if you had accidentally, independently discussed, like...
No, that's why I said stop me if you've heard this before. I was waiting for you to key in on it.
I did key in on it pretty quick. Yeah, so this is a video game version of A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. Is that correct?
Yes, although in that one, I don't think it was actual like royalty. I think it was just like a rich guy and his family.
Yeah, it was like a wealthy family, but there were specific like inheritance rungs that you were climbing. So I think this makes a lot of sense.
Yes, this is actually Honestly, mostly this is inspired by Crusader Kings 3, specifically, because I think this system that I'm going to talk about is a little deeper in 3 than it was in 2. But you can do the same thing in Crusader Kings, basically. The scheme system is pretty in-depth. The one that I'm referencing and I'm ripping off for this deal. You have to go up level by level. I don't know why. I'm just going to make that a gameplay feature. Like you have to do that.
Yeah, like I don't know, what is it, like Count, Earl, Duke?
Yeah. You have to go up the inheritance change. I think that makes it look less suspicious. Like if I wanted to give like a narrative reason.
Oh, like just going directly for like queen or whatever.
Yeah, plus you wouldn't inherit, like if you killed the queen, then the next person in line would inherit anyways. You have to make yourself the next person in line and then kill. So when you make a scheme, you aren't directly doing things yourself. Like you are not like poisoning. All right. This is if we split games into the categories of menu and parkour,
yes,
this is a menu.
As some do.
This is a menu.
Yep.
I like that we're just GDQ references. This is older than GDQ, like this GDQ.
Yeah. Plus, I also feel like it's kind of an intuitive thing. Like if I went to anyone who played video games and said like menu or parkour, I think
they would get it. Yeah,
they get it. It's not such a but we do love GDQ. For those who don't know, it's games done quick.
It's a speedrun marathon that just happened.
Yes, it just finished.
The cat is interacting with something across the room and it's making a loud noise, and now we have to investigate. Okay, whatever he's doing is fine. So getting back to Gentleman's Guide to Royal Murder.
Okay, perfect.
TM, not related to the musical.
Legally distinct.
R, C, whatever all the other copyright symbols are. Okay, so at each tier you select it selects the character for you that you're trying to scheme. You come up with specifically what you're going to do for the character. You get like a little dossier for each character that might reveal some of their strengths and weaknesses. You have the option of assassinating, blackmailing, and kidnapping. So they all kind of result in the character being out of the picture. Actually, there should be another option for framing because they could be disinherited.
Right. So,
right.
Yep.
So you pick one of those. You pick co-conspirators. So there's also a large cast of ally characters, which can be useful, which can even include other members of this family line.
Okay. Yep.
So like if two brothers in the family tree like hate each other, you might be able to convince like the younger brother to help you assassinate the older brother. The older brother or with the younger brother thinking this will get me closer to the inheritance.
Right.
Without knowing you eventually are going to kill them yourself.
Yeah.
So you pick your scheme type, you pick your co-conspirators, and you pick like a length of time for it to plan to go on for. Mm-hmm. And every interval of time, some random occurrence, maybe scripted occurrence, will occur where you'll have to make a decision. So most of the time you're just watching like the months pass by.
Okay.
Right? But let's say the first of every month, like you're going to get a pop-up that says, all right, in your scheme, like one of your co-conspirators was talking at the pub and some guys overheard it and now they want to be paid off.
And you get to decide
you get to decide okay, now I'm murdering those guys. Now I'm letting those guys in on the scheme. Now I'm paying those guys off. Like you have to make those kinds of choices.
No, this is going to feel like a pull from somewhere else. But the way I relate to this is through Sims. Mm-hmm. When all your Sims are at work, time goes fast, but every now and then it'll pause because there'll be something that happens at work.
Yeah.
You get to decide what to do, and sometimes it results in your Sim getting fired, and sometimes they get a promotion.
Yep. So it's basically going to be like that. Like, I don't think that there's going to be much like day-to-day gameplay. It's going to be much larger scale, and it's only going to really have like certain points of interest, like where you do anything. Oh, I also forgot to mention, like, as you're doing the initial scheme, like, depending on who you pick, I think it will give you some indication of how secret your current, like, scheme and conspirators are going to be like, it's going to have some measure of like
heat.
Yeah, like how easily this can be found out. Like if you have a very short time frame for it, like it might be easier to find out, but it might also be more effective because it's less time for like opposing agents to move against you. But if you have a longer time frame, it might be more secret, but like there's also more potential disruptions and issues, so it might be a less effective chance of it like actually succeeding. So, you know, you pick your scheme, you pick your co-conspirators, you wait, some pop-ups come up, you make some choices. Those choices influence either the secrecy level or the like chance of it actually succeeding. And then eventually you get to the point where like the actual event happens, and based on all the choices that you've made up until that point, it gives you like a readout of how it went down, and you either succeeded or you failed. And then there's going to be like a degrees of success system where if you fail by a lot, that's just game over.
I'm like, but this sounds a lot like someone who's been reading the rules for Blades in the Dark.
maybe if you fail a little, you might be able to get a second chance, but it'll be like harder. And you might have to pick different conspirators. Maybe some of your conspirators like get caught in the act and like they get jailed themselves. That in itself, I'm thinking could be a mechanic that you can use to your advantage. Like if you hire the younger brother in an assassination scheme for his older brother, he might get arrested. So you get a fail, but he's arrested. You get a second chance, and the younger brother being arrested gets disinherited, and he's already out of your way. And that kind of defeats the whole thing I was saying earlier about you having to go up the rungs. So maybe you don't have to go one by one up the rungs.
Maybe you do.
Because I just realized how much more interesting it is for you to do like the younger brother versus older brother scenario.
I think like maybe you do have to go in order up the rungs, but what happens as results of that don't have to be in order. So like,
what do you mean?
Like if you're targeting. No, I don't know. I guess I like because like, okay, if you don't have to go up the rungs, then why wouldn't someone just go and kill the queen directly?
Because then you don't inherit anything. Then the next in line inherits it. And yes, you can go like completely down the bottom.
Okay,
but
so I guess
actually, no. Here's what it is. Yeah. I figured it out. The game design incentive here.
Yeah.
The higher up the rung someone dies, the more on guard everyone else will be. And also the height of the rung, they have more resources and allies themselves because they are intrinsically richer.
Right, so it's harder.
So if you go after the second in line,
immediately,
even the bottom rung, they will immediately be more on edge. So like you might lose like 30% like potential success rate, so it's harder for the rest of the way up.
And also,
so you naturally want to go from the bottom to the top, but it also gives you the option, if you see an opportunity, younger brother against older brother.
However, even if you go out of order, you still have to eliminate everyone, because if you kill the second in line, like you said, okay, so then it goes to the third in line. You know, like you still have to get rid of everyone. So I do like that. I think that's a good mechanic to kind of keep people in line, but also give them more opportunity.
Yep. And then it would be so cool to see the speed run where someone figures out like, oh, if you take down like the third character down first, like it changes all the variables in such a way that you can just like take down every other character like effortlessly because of XYZ reason. Like, that's interesting kind of stuff that I like to see happening in games. Like, I don't plan for it. Sometimes I do. Like with which game I plan for speedrunning, but like having potential avenues for people to find these like tricks and stuff, like their own schemes within the scheming game. Very interesting stuff.
Look, speedrunning's on our mind. Yes. Often, but especially right now.
So, yeah, that's my game. We talked, actually, that was really good because as I was pitching this game, we did talk a lot about like speedrunning, game design, live. That was almost a discussion topic in and of itself.
But that's kind of how the pitches are supposed to go. Yeah. I feel, in a perfect world.
Right. Yeah. No, we bring up the specific game design points we are trying to accentuate with our pitches.
So, yeah.
Because, folks, we are a game design
podcast. We are a game design podcast.
Yes. We're not literally just pitching game ideas at each other. We are trying to engage with game design as we do. So.
But it's fun to make up game ideas. And I do like yours, especially that was inspired by a musical.
Yep, that we watched together.
Exactly.
I even recommended it without having never seen it before.
Yeah, I think was it just you liked the title? And...
You asked me what should we listen to or watch next.
Oh, right.
And I Googled, I think I Googled like gothic musicals or something, like gothy musicals.
It was very good. I would, if it's like touring around where you live, listener, like please go see. It's a great show. Okay, well, that takes us to our discussion where we actually explicitly talk about game design. And as we have said today on this podcast, this past week, it ended last night or in the wee hours of this morning, was SGDQ, or Summer Games Done Quick, a speedrunning marathon that raises money for Doctors Without Borders.
Médecins Sans Frontières. Yeah.
Which they all try to say in French, and it's really fun. And we love speedruns. That's when you basically, the most succinct way to put it is do game fast.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Game fast as possible.
Yes.
And it's really fun. We've talked about it on the podcast a lot, but guess what? We're never done talking about speedruns. So today we're going to talk about this year's SGDQ,
which is less of a game design topic, really.
Look,
most of the time we do talk about explicit game design topics, but in this case, like, it might come up, but the main attraction here is talking about GDQ
we have
speedruns.
to like we get to play around in the space a little, I think is allowed.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm just saying you started presenting this as the game design discussion. Oh, we're going to talk about GDQ.
I mean, we do talk about game design in terms of speedrunning and like what different games. Yeah.
Did you have prepared questions for this section, like to pontificate to drive forward, or are we just free-forming it?
I just kind of thought we'd just talk about GDQ.
We're free-forming
you didn't ask me to make questions. Did you make questions?
Unfortunately,
Did
for
you
me,
make questions?
no, I didn't make questions, but I consider you the host.
No, we're co-hosts. You started this show.
Whoa, that's deep lore.
Deep lore, yeah.
Deep lore, not even I knew.
Yes, you did. This is your whole idea.
Okay. GDQ. This year.
Sorry, speaking of speedruns, one of my favorite Kirby runners, Dark Riolu, is running all Waddle Dees, but posted the stream as, it's like some Waddle Dees, but more.
Oh my god.
All Waddle Dees is a very good run, by the way. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay. What we're talking about is run categories. Each speedrun has like a category with set rules, restrictions, and goals. So like any percent is a very common one. That is basically literally just through whatever means necessary, beat the game as fast as possible.
And I know like different games will have different end like cases basically depending on the game.
Like defeat final boss, watch final cutscene.
Yeah, so usually it's like there's a frame of the game that means you like did it. And often it's something that has to trigger the credits. Yep.
And then you've got like 100%, which is like collect every item in the game, which is common with like Legend of Zelda style games where you have like
every
big
item,
inventories.
do everything. I mean, most video games will have 100% case that you can see the percent you've completed of a video game.
Yeah, some will, yeah.
Yeah, most of the ones I played have that.
Oh, it's not that common of a feature in my experience. No.
Okay.
Yeah, and then what we're talking about, all Waddle Dees.
That would be like all collectibles, basically.
Yeah.
So that's different than 100%.
Waddle Dees being like a character that you can
collect
secretly in the levels. They're hidden.
Oh, hidden.
They're hidden.
I was like, you don't secretly collect them, but I understand what
very
you're saying.
Slyly. If anyone witnesses you collect them,
it doesn't count.
It doesn't count, which is very hard for a streamer to pull off. They have to keep saying, "Hey, chat, look over your shoulder."
Hey, chat. And then the screen goes dark. Technical difficulties. Oh, somehow I have more Waddle Dees than I did before. But like all collectibles and 100% are different because like I was stipulating, like 100% usually includes like other stuff, like get to the top of a certain mountain or like I don't know, in Kirby in the Forgotten Land, it's like you have to like catch a certain size fish in the fishing mini game, or like there's just like other things besides collectibles that you have to do to 100%, whereas like all collectibles is a different version. There's also things like all bosses.
Yep, which is like literally just fight
all the bosses because sometimes in any percent you don't actually have to fight all those to win, right? So like that is part of it.
Yep. So this year's SGDQ, we like to make a list of games we're interested in beforehand. And the runs, I'm not saying that the runs weren't interesting. I'm saying that going into it, there weren't a lot of like standout wowzers that we were like must watch.
Wowzer.
Regardless, like we must go out of our way to watch it.
Yeah, there were not. I would agree with that.
And Silly Block, we missed
as always,
because Silly Block they hide.
Now Silly
Block is like guaranteed a good time. I don't think there are bad Silly Block runs.
and basically
there's no bad runs.
The games that we come up with from Rapid Fire Round
are Silly Block games.
That's what Silly Block is like. It's like there was one that's called an airport for aliens currently run by dogs.
And I just want to know what that's about.
Yeah.
And that's our Rapid Fire Round. That's like a Rapid Fire round.
Right, like you could imagine.
We can't get that kind of naming power in our Rapid Fire rounds.
Sometimes,
like we stumble.
I think sometimes we do.
Sometimes we get close.
We strike gold. But so we love the Silly Block. The problem with the Silly Block is it's always overnight. So like this is a 24-hour marathon, and every year the Silly Block is like...
Nobody sleeps.
Starts at like 12 a.m. Thursday, right? So it's like... It's over by like 6 to 8 a.m. Thursday, and you might catch the last one, but that's usually it. And yeah, so that's or I think this time it actually went till about 10, but like then I had to start work, so it's like I can't actually watch it. And you know they have it on VOD, so our plan is to watch like the Silly Block games on our own, so video on demand. So they put all of them on YouTube in a playlist, which is really nice. And they've been doing it really fast lately, so like usually by the like 24 hours you can watch a stream on YouTube, which is really cool.
One thing that I do want to say, and you might correct me on this, I might be wrong on this, but my vibe has been over the last few events, showcases have been rising in like there's been a larger and larger percent of showcases versus runs. And showcases are great for showing off like aspects of game design or features of games, or just showing somebody like playing a game really good, but they aren't the same as speedruns. I do like the showcases that they do deep dives into like even like the rhythm games when they're talking about like, oh, like they were showing Beat Saber. Kung Fu Fruit Cup was doing a Beat Saber showcase, and I thought it was really cool that she was pointing out like, do you see how these lines connect these different boxes? And if you're not familiar with Beat Saber, it's like a rhythm game where boxes are coming at you, and it's a VR game. You have lightsabers and you like slash through the boxes. And like some boxes will have lines like coming from them that hint at the like movement you should be doing for like the next upcoming box. So like if you slash down at a box, you might see like I forget exactly how it goes, but I thought it was really interesting as it was happening. But like the line might like squiggle up and connect to the next box. And then you're like, oh, I need to bring my hand up so I can slash down at the next one.
Right.
Or like it might show to the bottom of the next one. And you're like, okay, so I keep my hand down so I can slash up for this next one. And those are like the cool little game design hints that like we love to like dig into and talk about in this. Like very, very small like little features that a lot of people like might not even notice, but like usually subconsciously pick up on, or if they're pointed out, like make that like can unlock the like brain genius level of game. Like, holy crap, now that I know that exists and I can look for it, like I just like gained massive Beat Saber skills.
Yeah, so that's cool. Like, because Beat Saber isn't a speed run; it's a showcase.
Yeah,
so basically,
you can't do a rhythm game faster,
right? Than the rhythm,
the rhythm. Yeah,
but you do it. You can do it well, and so that's really what the showcases are usually either someone doing something very well, or like you said, like sometimes they might be showing off a game. Like here's some glitches, or like swag moves or whatever.
Yeah,
like kind of showing off like cool tricks and things that you can do within a game that might not actually help speed, so it doesn't make sense to do it as a speed run, but it's like just cool to see. I don't know if there's more than usual. I'm not sure. I feel like there's always at least one big rhythm game showcase.
I feel like that was new a couple years ago, or maybe I just never was watching when one happened.
Ever since I've started watching, which we sleuthed to be 2022, which feels late, but like really I was dating Isaac for 2 years and I didn't watch SGDQ.
Yeah, how'd that work?
I think I watched some, but I think
you didn't sit down and watch it.
2022
with me.
was the first time I like sat down and like watched it and was like involved in the speed running. And, ever since then, every single marathon has at least one really big, like, showcase for a rhythm game.
But this one had, like, 4 or 5.
This one had a lot more. I feel like that is a little much, but I don't know. I usually feel like there's, like, one, like, screen rhythm game and one dancey rhythm game, at least.
Yeah, I remember, like, the first time I saw a Beat Saber showcase, I didn't understand it because the idea of a showcase was new to me. Because they were usually like incentives, like after a run, they would do like a 10-minute glitch showcase or something. But like seeing like a 40-minute block of Beat Saber and it not being a speed run was new and confusing to me at some point in like 2020, 2021, like sometime there. And then it started with that. And then they started adding like the screen games that you're talking about where they're like tapping the screen. And now they've had like multiple like Mario Kart showcases, which are like sort of speed runs, but I feel like mostly showcases.
I mean, the Mario Kart,
like there are some shortcuts.
They're listed as runs, I think.
Okay, there's some shortcuts that you can take in levels, but I do feel like a lot of them are like more like watch me play Mario Kart, like race real fast.
Yeah, it feels the Mario Kart one. Whenever I see like racing games on a speedrun, honestly, it just kind of feels like you're in someone's basement. Like they're playing Mario Kart and they don't have enough controllers for you to play, so you just kind of watch it. Like those aren't that interesting to me. Sorry, Kirby Air Ride.
Yeah, and I do want to be clear. I'm not trying to like subtly like diss GDQ or say like its programming is getting worse or anything. I'm just saying like I think I noticed this happening and I could be completely wrong, but it's just like I'm picking up on it. And I still watch it. I still keep it on in the background. I might not pay as much focused attention to it.
We have it on pretty much 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, you can just pop into the living room and watch the speedrun that's on if you
Yeah.
want. I think one thing that I want to talk about this year, because like you said, the schedule didn't catch our eye. Like there wasn't a ton of stuff where we're like, oh man, like that's awesome. And as a very big Kirby fan,
more Kirby games, please.
I know. And I was thinking about
Kirby speedrunners, submit.
Please. It's been a long time, and a lot of the Kirby speedrunners that I know from the that I like lurk in that Discord and read their comments, ran other games.
Wow, they're betraying Kirby.
Yeah, like Mr. Shasta did a run of Link Phantom Hourglass.
I completely missed a Zelda game.
Yeah, it was like, when was it? It was like it was like Thursday or Wednesday afternoon.
Oh man,
I didn't get to see all of it. I saw some of it, but it was like right during my like meeting block. So I'm like, okay. So I saw some of it, but it's like Mr. Shasta did the run of Kirby and the Forgotten Land that inspired me to run Kirby.
Yeah,
like that. So I was like, it's great to see him, but I'm also like, submit Kirby.
Play Kirby.
Kirby runners, please submit your runs because I want to watch more Kirby. But they had a really cool Kirby one that was tool assisted. This year. And that was cool.
That one, okay, tool assisted, bringing it to game design.
Yeah.
It is really interesting to see things that humans can't do, but the game allows to happen.
Yeah, so basically tool assisted is where they program the movement.
Yeah, they program like inputs for basically a machine or like program to do them. So you can say like at frame X, press this button, at frame Y, press this button. So you can do frame perfect stuff 100% of the time. And like really interesting, like apparently in Kirby Superstar Ultra, if you jump and inhale, like usually you have really floaty physics when you like puff up as Kirby and you fly around, but you can maintain like momentum doing that by flipping around backwards and exhaling, and it'll keep you going as fast as like if you just kept running, but it'll give you like a bigger jump. And like a human can't pull that off consistently, at least. Maybe they could pull it off, but the AI, not AI, but like the tool that is assisting the speedrun is like doing that every single time it jumps. And so like on just the seconds that you like maintain that momentum alone, like I'm sure that it adds up to like a 30-second time lead over like what a human can do.
But that's important.
That's important. And like they also do things like frame perfect, pixel perfect maneuvers. Like, so they have like, if you do inputs every other frame, so like literally like one depending on what the FPS is, it changes. So I'm not even going to try to say what Kirby runs at. But like literally every other frame, you can like basically move laterally super fast by like repeatedly like doing a special dive bomb move, but then instantly canceling it. And so the I keep calling it AI.
I was like, it's not AI. It is like human, very human.
Yes, it is. It is just running an input routine. It is not making any decisions for itself in the moment. It is literally running a routine like a player piano. That's the way to think of it. It's more of a player piano
I like that.
Than
actually,
anything
it's a
else.
really good, I think, analogy, because also I think what's important with tool assisted runs.
Someone built them.
Yeah, it does. It feels a little like cheating right at first. Like your first gut reaction, I feel like can sometimes be like, oh, they're not really running. But it's like the person who made that sat down and did that. Like they punched out, to use the metaphor, they punched out every single note in that run.
And they
by
test,
hand.
and they have to test, like, is this actually the fastest way to do it? And like, I know that some tool-assisted speedruns, I think, run like some kind of neural network to like figure out optimal moves. But this was not one of those. No. This was one of those like handcrafted ones. And it was really interesting seeing the machine abuse the game in a way
that is like that allowed, basically. Yeah.
That's allowed. And it, for me as like a game developer, it also opens my eyes to some like aspects of game design, right? That I think about deeply. Like as I code, I will often do things like prevent these like frame perfect cancels. Like I will code like, oh, but if like I need to immediately shut this down and like flip this variable in the next frame, or else like this is going to be possible. No, only a machine is going to be able to pull that off. And like watching a tool assisted speed run,
I was going to say, if someone did that, used a machine, good.
It would be really cool to see. But like, yeah, I know that I have developed some games, like some small games that I haven't released, obviously. But like I've worked on these like projects where I have wasted time basically anti-tazzing myself, anti-tool assistant speedrunning myself.
Oh, man.
And it's like, no human is going to be able to pull this off.
No,
and also,
again, if someone...
the best part of all of these speedruns, human or tool, is always these weird glitches that people figure out. So why would I even, unless it's actively detrimental to the game, why am I spending time and effort sorting out how to fix, big air quotes, these things? I should just let this happen and let the tools figure it out.
Yes, I think so. And then, I think that's great. So that was a run we were excited for and watched, and it was really good. But one thing I did want to say that I think is cool is runs, even if I don't know the game very well, or I'm not very excited about the run on paper, when you sit and actually watch and listen to what people are saying, one of the best parts of GDQ is like the way they're very good at explaining the tricks they do.
Yes.
And so you could have never seen a game before in your life, and if the runner's very good at explaining what they're up to, or the couches, or whatever, you'll have a great time, because you'll be like, oh, well, if you like speedruns, you'll be like, wow, that's so cool. Like the routing is so cool, or the movement tech is so cool. Like it doesn't really matter if you know the game.
The
if
Mario Maker and like the Kaizo Mario.
I mean, those I always get excited about, but yeah.
Because the way that they talk about the level designers, and they're like, oh, well, they figured this trick out in this Super Mario World ROM hack. And so people have been using this, but this level designer likes to use this in a really unique way. And like seeing the way that these like people use almost like exploits in like how, let's say, Super Mario World works, and they build these super intricate like Kaizo levels around like these precise timings. And Kaizo just means like
super hard, basically, right?
Yeah. I think its official meaning is like annoying, basically.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So it's really interesting because these speedruns have a lot of useful game design nuggets. They're not like no one, or very rarely on the couch do people explicitly like say that they're talking about game design, but the things that they are talking about are extremely relevant to game design, which is why we like to talk about it so much on this podcast about game design. And why we recommend like literally everyone that like does anything to do with video games, like even if you're not super interested in speedruns themselves, I think that there is a lot of content that they're doing that is super engaging and useful, and it's worth like tuning in to a couple runs.
And that's why I would recommend, it doesn't have to be games done quick, but I do really like marathon runs specifically because they are explaining things. Like, you can find people streaming runs on all the time. But especially if they're learning or practicing, they're not going to be like they're not really performing for you. Like,
right.
Like when they practice or route or things like that. But so if you find a marathon run to watch, it's usually going to do more of the explaining. And to that note, you can find all of this year's Summer Games Done Quick on their YouTube, on video on demand in a playlist. So if you're interested in anything we just talked about, that's where you can find it.
Dig through their archives there
dug through.
Did they do a Dig?
No, I don't know. I just thought it was like, that's a video game.
They should do a Doug speedrun.
Maybe they have. Okay. Well, to that note, we're going to transition harshly now to our we're going to make silly games is what we're going to do.
Yes, we are.
This is our own silly block. It's called the rapid fire round, and that's where we generate 3 random words. We come up with a game idea based on those 3 words. We come up with a name for that game, and we only have, and we have to come up with a gameplay loop. Very important. And we only have 5 minutes to do each one.
Wait, sometimes in honor of GDQ, we reduce our time to make it a speedrun. Right. Are we going to do that? Should we cut it down to 3 minutes?
Let's do 3 minutes. I almost said 3, so I feel like it's faded.
Yeah, it's faded. All right. Speedrun game design silly ideas.
Oh boy, I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
And we can redo this one if you want.
Okay.
Cancer, colorblind, and have.
Cancer and have no. Okay, can't no
okay,
cancel.
Okay,
no,
okay.
I'm
I was
not.
gonna say
no.
we could do like some astrology thing, but okay.
In theory, no. I'm not comfortable. No.
In theory, no.
No.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Cereal, shoot, thank.
Cereal is in breakfast or?
Yeah, breakfast cereal.
Cereal, shoot, and thank.
Yeah,
thank.
Thank.
Okay. Cereal, shoot, pirate cannons, Captain Crunch style, but you are shooting.
Okay.
The cannonballs you're shooting are cereal.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So it is like a children's breakfast themed naval piracy game.
It's an IP game that like some breakfast cereal companies get.
Oh, they would put in the box on one of those mini CDs in the 90s and early thousands.
Yes.
Okay. So it's like Gorillas, but instead of like side by side view, you are looking from the view of the cannon, and you have to guess the arch.
And there's like bowls of cereal floating, and you have to cast the cereal into the bowl.
Oh, I was thinking you were shooting like other like cereal pirate ships.
No. Oh, okay.
Maybe both.
I was thinking you were
maybe you get bonus points for filling the cereal bowls with cereal.
Well, that's the thing. Because you're giving them cereal and they're saying, thanks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're on a sea of milk. Okay. You're on a cereal ship shooting cereal cannonballs into cereal bowls.
Oh my God. I have the name. Sorry. I have the name.
Villagers for like pirate towns.
Yeah. Like on islands and stuff.
On
so
islands. Like you're the supply rate.
And then you have to like also fight villains by shooting cereal at them.
Okay. There we go. We incorporate both of our ideas. Okay. And like I said, like Gorillas, but from the view of the cannon, instead of like side by side, like you have to like aim, you are like looking at like from the cannon's point of view, aiming out to sea.
Yes.
And you control the strength. You have like the wind movement, etc.
Exactly.
And all right, so we've got gameplay loop.
I have the name.
What's the name?
Yo-ho-ohs.
All right, with 1 minute and 6 seconds left on the clock. Yo-ho-hos.
Yo-ho-ohs.
Yo-ho-ohs.
They're like
my
Cheerios,
God.
but
yes.
To be clear, it's yo-ho-ohs.
Yes. There we go. All right. Perfect game. Yo-ho-ohs. All right.
Ready.
3, 2. I'm starting.
Okay. Soldier, price, stomach.
Price?
Price, like cost.
Price. Soldier. So, soldier of fortune, mercenaries. Soldiers of fortune have a price. You pay for mercenaries.
Okay.
Mercenaries
are hungry.
What?
You are hungry. You run a tavern for mercenaries.
For mercenaries? Oh, like a D&D tavern?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're the tavern runner, so people are on their quests and you feed them.
No. People are starting their quests.
Oh.
No, you're like an adventurer matchmaker.
Yes. Okay, that's good. I like that.
So, how do we get stomachs in this?
Well, because it's a tavern, so they eat.
Okay, so you're like ordering food, but like you also are you assign seats to people to try to make good adventuring parties.
Yeah, they come up to the bar. They tell you what they want to eat, and also like you can like question them, and that's how you decide where to put them.
Okay. And then you put like-minded, you put adventurers that you think whose skills and personalities will work together at the same table.
Yep.
A quest comes along for them. They go on the quest, they come back, and they give you a share of the reward if it was successful.
Yes. And that's part of the price part. Okay, I think that's. I mean, I think we did the loop. That's a good loop.
Yes, that is a good loop. So now we just need a name.
Yes.
A game where you're a tavern keeper in a dungeon-filled dragon. No, I tried to do the dog airport game. Yeah. I failed.
Matchmaker, but I'm trying to think like party, like as a D&D party.
Yeah,
like a party.
Balanced breakfast.
Balanced breakfast.
No, there needs to be some kind of pun.
No, I know.
In there.
Party. What's like a P word that means like to link together, like a match, like a.
Oh, you can't ask me to use my brain to that capacity.
How much time do we have left? Because
we have 45 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. What about balanced breakers?
How about balance break? What does that mean?
Breakers is like a team, like teams. No, never mind. All right, okay. You shut that down. Okay, that's fine.
What about like so you enter a tavern ... Because that's how D&D games start. No.
Oh yeah. Okay. 21 seconds left on the clock. So you enter a tavern ... A party matchmaking D&D like game.
Perfect.
Okay, the final one. I'm gonna start it in 3, a 2, a 1, a go.
Okay. Research, clarify, glimpse.
Wait. Glimpse, research, and clarify. Okay. So, level-based game.
Yep.
Scientist who every level starts with you having a dream of the future. We get a short glimpse of a scientific breakthrough.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I like this.
Then you have a team of like researchers and etc. that you then like assign to a bunch of different tasks where you have to, based on the vision that your dream had, the glimpse of a vision.
You try to clarify.
You to clarify it through research and come up with whatever scientific development
maybe I'm kind of like
saw.
almost like a diner dash. Are you thinking with like the assistants that you're like giving them?
I was almost thinking more like Princess Maker, which I've talked about before.
That
but
should be
like
cool one to play.
Managing an entire team.
Yeah. Okay.
Princess Maker, you're always like just scheduling one person, but this is like scheduling like a dozen people. So like you're scheduling like trips to like on-site locations.
Yep.
You're scheduling like you're spending this week in the library.
Okay, we're halfway through.
Yeah. So like that, you are basically managing like the calendars of like an entire team of people. So like you get a glimpse of it. Like let's say all you see is like a 3-second clip of like a rocket ship or something. So you're like, all right, some kind of rocket technology. I'm going to send these 3 researchers to like NASA. I'm going to send these 3 researchers to the library to read up everything on current like rocket technology. I'm going to send these 3 researchers to like a space telescope to see if like maybe there's rockets coming towards us. I'm going to send these 2 reseachers to like a military base, see if it's a military rocket.
I think we get it.
And then sorry,
I'm trying to speed run it.
Sorry. So as you collate all this data, then eventually you are able to refine it into some kind of like actual like and a breakthrough.
If you can't get a breakthrough, you repeat the level, I think.
Yes.
And then once you do get a breakthrough, you get another glimpse and you can repeat that and repeat that. I love that. Okay. What do we call it? The spark of the future. The future is now.
Glimpse, innovations. No.
That's like a startup.
Yes. Oh, Glimpse Innovations LLC. Okay, Wait a second.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
29 seconds left. Yes. Okay. You have like a start. You are a startup company.
You are a scientific startup. Love it. Perfect. Done. Okay, well, that was our rapid fire speed, which is funny because rapid is already speed, but this was speedier. Thank you for listening. That's the end of our podcast episode. What's the theme for next week?
We should have a list of things that we've already used, and we can put it on the wall right there.
Yeah.
So, like, when I'm sitting here looking at this cat Friends Forever poster, I'm like, did we already do cats? Did we already do Friends?
Did do cats.
Did we already do
Friends?
Fur?
Do you want to do Friends?
Yeah, sure. Let's do Friends.
Okay,
let's do Friends.
All right. Speaking of friends and cats, our cat just knocked a toy down the stairs and then followed it down. Very nice. Okay, so friends for next week. This is Make That Game, the video game design podcast. You can find us at makethatgame.com. You can send us an email at makethatgamepodcast@gmail.com. You can also give us a rating and review on iTunes or talk to your friends about the show. That's super useful and great. We do stream once a month, so if you follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/makethatgame, you'll get notified when we go live. It's almost always a weekend. We try to do Saturday, but it's not always, so we'll let you know. Usually it's near the end of the month, so we'll let you know when the July one is. But again, if you follow us there, you can get alerted for our go lives. And even my mother figured out how to do that, so I trust you all. I did not know she was watching our streams, and she's like, "Yeah, I get the emails when you stream," and I'm like,
"So we know it works.
We know it works.
We know it works. You have no excuse, anyone else."
Yeah, if my mother can set up a Twitch and get emails and watch us stream, then so can you. And then, if you heard a game today that you want to play so bad, the only way that you're going to be able to play it or speedrun it is if you get out there and make that game.